Eddie Brock, the OG Venom, has leveled up big time. He's now the king in black, the ruler of the entire symbiote race. But because being the ultimate symbiote overlord isn't enough drama, Eddie's got beef with his own son, Dylan. As if things couldn't get more chaotic, enter Meridius, another king in black from a twisted future timeline, and a jaded, alternate version of Eddie himself. Mac, one of the guards, is nervously tuning into the radio while waiting for his partner, Doug, who's taking his sweet time. When Doug finally shows up, he smacks the door, nearly scaring the soul out of Mac. Doug's loaded up on snacks and tells Mac to chill, but Mac's not having it. He's ticked off about them being there in the first place. Just when they think it couldn't get worse, Doug spots something flying outside. Despite Mac's frantic warnings to stay inside, Doug steps out and, in a blink, gets snatched up by this creeping black goo. The poor guy's being devoured alive, screaming at Mac to hit the gas, but it's already too late. Meanwhile, She-Hulk and Hellcat are duking it out with the symbiote horde, and they're not having an easy time of it. Hellcat, snapping like a twig, starts slicing through the symbiotes like a maniac, reminding She-Hulk that a clean decapitation is a surefire way to take these things down for good. But She-Hulk, always the voice of reason, stops her, pointing out that there are still living people trapped inside those gooey monsters. Before Hellcat can argue, she's taken down by the swarm. Elsewhere in the city, the crew of Misfits, Shocker, Overdrive, and Speed Demon are hanging out, waiting for their next heist to kick off. Suddenly, an out-of-control security truck barrels down the street, and they know it's their cue. Shocker zaps the truck, sending it skidding across the pavement. But when they approach, Overdrive notices something's off. The truck is covered in black goo. Before they can react, two zombified symbiotes leap out, and it's game over. Shocker blasts the truck open, grabs the loot, and hightails it, leaving his buddies to fend for themselves. Overdrive manages to escape, but Speed Demon isn't so lucky. He's caught in a web and bitten. Now a zombified Speed Demon is hot on their trail. As Shocker and Overdrive try to make a break for it, She-Hulk drops in, smashing their getaway car in one massive landing. Shocker is focused on knowing what's in the loot they just risked their necks for, but She-Hulk points out something more pressing matter. A tidal wave of zombified symbiotes is bearing down on them fast.